Hey, today I'm going to be sharing with you the idea of burning sage and smudging. And the idea of this video is to actually arouse your curiosity to the ancient healing and wisdom of our plants and herbs and what these things in nature actually hold and can help us with. So I will be putting more information out like this, so please subscribe and hit the bell for more videos like these. But first of all, I'd like to just jump in and let's discuss sage. And you may notice some smoke here. I'll come to that in a minute. I've got some sage coming to the end of the burning. And sage is a very sacred herb to many indigenous people around the world. It's been used for many healing ailments. It's got some amazing properties. It helps reduce stress, for instance, and also it's used for smudging, which is where I began to learn, and that's just what I've been doing. You may see some smoke in the room, and I began to learn about this as I began a few years ago to be trained into shamanic practices. So how can it help medicinally? Let's cover that first, because it's a really versatile herb, and I do sort of get excited by what herbs do, and I don't play about as much as I would like to do, but I'm beginning to get more and more into certain things, and doing these videos, funnily enough, does help. So the herb itself is packed with antioxidants, especially rosmarinic acid. So what does rosmarinic acid do? Well, it's found in many herbs in a particular family. Can't pronounce the name of that family, but in that family is rosemary, sage, basil and lemon balm. I think it's the mint family as well. And it's got like a potent anti-inflammatory and antiviral compounds, and they're often used to treat conditions like arthritis, allergies, asthma. And it also has antimicrobial and anti-allergic and anti-tumor properties. But I invite you, if you're interested, to study this some more. The idea is just to get you curious and begin to look at alternatives and go back to the wisdom of the ancients, which is what I'm doing myself. I'm doing it in a way where I just study a little bit at a time, and I keep doing daily practices. And I just want to spark your interest into the nature of these things and its spirits. So those herbs contain rosmarinic acid, and that's what that does. So back to sage, which contains this compound. So in general, it can help you improve memory and your focus. It can help with treating sore throats, gum disease, mouth ulcers, bad breath. I mean, it just goes on. It can also help with digestion to alleviate bloating and obviously gas, indigestion. So any digestive issues we have. It can also regulate blood sugar, and helps with cholesterol. But again, I invite you to do your own research. You can smoke, burn, make teas or buy tinctures. And these are just different ways to ingest the amazing properties of this particular herb. And what fascinates me about it more than anything is shamans and spiritual practitioners actually smudge with sage. Smudge is the burning of the herb. And the interesting thing is we don't use sage, we actually connect with it. And that's what I did before, that's what I've been doing. So I have a shell like this, and in the shell is some sand, and I use a charcoal disc like this. So I light the charcoal disc, I put it on the sand. The sand stops the shell from getting too hot underneath here, so I can put it down on a desk and it's fine. I still keep my eye on it. I don't recommend you leaving it in a room, but unless it's on something metal, it's not going to catch anything. But I light the disc. This is a charcoal disc. You can buy all this stuff online. It's quite easily, there's loads of it. So I light the disc. I then put the herb like I did before I started this video. And what we do is we close our eyes and we connect with the spirit of the herb. And what I did is, as I breathed in, I felt the smoke, and I used my imagination. That's what, again, I invite you to do, to just permeate all through every cell of my body. And I asked for the spirit of that herb to just connect with every cell of my body and give me the healing and the medicinal properties of it. And I also asked for its wisdom, because interestingly enough, when you connect with the spirit of this herb, and again ask its permission to connect, and that's just reminded me I didn't actually ask its permission to connect, not in a direct way, and it's good to just ask for permission to connect to it. Use your awareness and ask your loving guides and spirits to connect you with the herb. But using that imagination to be with the spirit of the plant is quite strong, because when we do this, it connects a bridge between the physical and the spiritual works. And like me, you may have to work at this when you practice these ceremonies. I wasn't a natural. It was pointed out to me I got a gift, and I had to work on that gift and get that, and work with it and work with it and work with it as it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. And like all ceremonies, the power is with the intention. And again, the intention is the important bit, and that was my intention. And as I was burning it, I imagined the healing of it, but I also asked for wisdom to come through on what I was trying to deliver to you. And I asked for guidance to come through on what I was trying to deliver to you in its power and its amazing medicinal properties. So it's not just the smoke, it's the prayer and the focus we have on it, such as asking the ancient wisdom of the herb to be unlocked, which is what I did. And the rising smoke is the carrier of the wisdom and the spirit. And many of us have an intention of clearing negative energies, as it's good practice to try and aim to burn sage and connects with its spirits daily, which is what I try and do. But often our lives get very busy and they don't actually afford us the time, because we have to work and we've got families that we need to be with. And so in the modern life here, things do get in the way, but if you aim for a couple of times a week, that's much better than no practice at all. And if we connect with the sage on a regular basis, it also helps to protect us and ward off harmful energies. And we can also burn sage and set the intention, like I said earlier, to connect with its medicinal properties as well as the wisdom. And the intention is your choice of how you want to connect and what it is you're asking the spirits for. And it's trusting in that journey, and it's allowing it to be there. So I just wanted to share that with you. I highly recommend that, if hopefully I've sparked some interest, that you do your own research into this herb. There are lots of them. It is a huge subject, and all the healers pre-mid-1800s, this is what they use. They use the herbs and the power of the herbs for healing and helping, and sore throats and headaches and even poultices. And there are some amazing people around that do tinctures and things, because these people have been around for a lot of years. And these tinctures that they create, look for a good one. You want natural, all natural, organic. And you probably want really an advanced herbalist that is qualified and that practices this every day. I am a certificated advanced herbalist, but that was just the basics. It's a bit like passing your test. You get the basics, and then you really need to dive deep for years on that. So again, I'm just taking a little bit at a time, 1 or 2 herbs. I'm looking at things this year in the spring, as like dandelion comes up and nettle. I'm going to certainly get involved with them a bit more, because I am drawn to them, and I'll send you a video on those as well. So I may do a video on smudging, so you've got it, and how to be with the intention of the smoke, which was the practice, the ceremonial practice I did before shooting this video. So thanks for listening. If you're still with me, thank you for being with me and to the end, and I look forward to connecting with you again. And have a great day wherever you are.